Welcome back, everybody. Don't forget, we'll be posting our poll next break for the Rockstar of the Day for Rockstar Supply Chain Solutions for the guest of the day. Just ahead of Trevor Weisgerber, the head coach of the AAA Midget Warriors. Can you put up the comment from Jack? Guys, and I'm going to read that with regards to where we sit here on day 3 of the CFL training camp postponement, which, the situation got real for players and coaches on the main. There we go. But it's no different than anybody else that as we sit on day 68 of the pandemic. Jack says denial is a very, very dangerous place to rest. Like you said, Rod, face the facts, get out of the way, face it now or go down with it later. Rod, you're going to be so busy with helping with mental health issues, you won't have time for much else. Oh, I'm aware. We'll talk about that after our next interview. Trevor Weisgerber joins us, and it's a hell of a story. Coach of the Year, Saskatchewan Midget AAA Hockey League, but the, benefactor of a successful kidney transplant. He joins us on the phone line here this morning. How you doing, Trevor?
I'm good. Yourself?
Good. I apologize for me not being able to spit your name out. I know the Weinbergers, the Weisbergers, the Weisgerbers. There's a lot of them in Saskatchewan. But I may say this. First of all, congratulations on being Coach of the Year. And how grateful are you to have been around to win it?
Yeah, obviously it's nice. But at the end of the day, obviously, I got a great supporting cast with our coaches. And, we got a video coach and our equipment manager and trainer and everything. It goes to all those guys. And then as well, obviously you have to have a good team and a team that buys in, and we had that. So, it was kind of just a group effort.
Well, your team put you forth as a guy that should come on this show because it's a hell of a story. So if you don't mind, and most coaches don't like talking about themselves, but just tell us what you've been through, by the way, because it is a hell of a story, and you are a winner in every sense of the word.
Yeah, well, I appreciate it. It was obviously the last year and a bit has been a little bit of a struggle just with my dialysis and everything. As far as energy and things like that, it makes it tough. And being on dialysis every night, you kind of got a regiment that you had to go through, that you had to be on this machine for 8 hours a night. And like on road trips and things like that, it made it tough. There's lots of tote and stuff, especially when we went to the Max. The good thing was that they delivered it all to Calgary to the hotel and things like that, which was nice. But it definitely makes things more difficult. But there's people in a lot worse situations than I am. So, and then as far as the transplant, I was obviously very fortunate to get that call and that everything went well and that I'm 100% now. I feel fantastic, and as far as the healing and everything, it's I'm all healed up now, and everything's going really well.
Well, if I may, Trevor, I know a lot of people that have been in your situation that don't have as happy as a story, and if I may, there's a reason that you survived and you thrived. And I would say that's to be an advocate for people that have been in your shoes. So when did you start realizing you were having issues? What are the warning signs? And because this is kind of going to be your story now, whether you like it or not, as the survivor.
Yeah, no, actually, we got a family kidney disease, actually. So I knew roughly about 10 years ago, probably even a little bit sooner, that I was actually playing, and I went for a physical, and my creatinine was a little high. So that's one of the indicators, is once your creatinine is kind of out of whack. The average person's anywhere from 80 to 120, I think, something like that. And mine was a little high. So then went through all the testing and everything, and then realized that I had the family disease. So then, just more or less monitored it through a kidney doctor, and for the next 7-8 years, and then it kind of got to where it was too bad that I was already on the donor list, but it was too bad I needed to go on dialysis. So I was on dialysis for about a year and 8 months, or year and 9 months, and then I was fortunate enough to get that call. So
do you have a message to people to be potential organ donors? Is that kind of a cause that you're picking up?
Yeah, you know what? We've done it we've done it for a long time here, obviously with my mom, my grandpa, and then my mom had it, and my uncle has had it. So, I mean, we've been huge. And I mean, now that I'm obviously have gotten it as well, I mean, it's just so crucial that people, I mean, once you pass away, I mean, you're if you can donate your organs, it's just I mean, it gives people a new life, a new lease on life. And I mean, I'm one of the people that have that, and fortunate enough to be able to have that. And from what we understand, it was a younger gentleman, and I mean, he obviously signed his card and had that sticker on his card, and was an organ donor, and fortunate enough that that we were a match and that I got that. So I just can't say enough for people to do that, and it's like I said, it just gives people another lease on life.
How old were you when you discovered that you had the issue, by the way?
I want to say I was like early 30s, so roughly 10 years ago, probably. I just turned 41 here, so I want to say about that. So I mean, I knew for about 8 years prior that I had it. So my kidneys were functioning about 60%, and then just slowly declined the whole time to I was about 5%, I think, when they put me on dialysis. And then the problem was my creatinine was just so high. I mean, the day that I went in for surgery, I mean, my creatinine was over 1,600, and I mean, like I said, the average would be around 100. So it's not good. So it wasn't good. So, but yeah, I roughly probably 10 years ago, I had found out that I was going to have that, or that I had the disease, and that eventually I was going to probably go on dialysis if I didn't find a kidney.
I just called up your hockey DB, by the way, for those that don't know. So you were playing hockey while this was going on. Trevor played at Lake Superior State University, and then pro Oklahoma City, San Angelo, Rio Grande Valley, Lubbock, Rocky Mountain Rage, Rio Grande Valley Killer Bees. So you know the state of Texas very well. And I'll just finish it by saying this, Trevor, given what you've been through, I mean, the pandemic sucks, of course, but when you go through what you've been through, it's somewhat life-changing, right? I mean, do you have a different perspective on this than maybe others wouldn't because of what you've been through?
Yeah, you do. I mean, it definitely makes you take a step back and just appreciate, I mean, like your family and just the little things. I mean, before this, and even when I knew that I had this before I was on dialysis, I mean, people just kind of run around and you do your job, and you got so many activities that you're running to for the kids and things like that. And I mean, now with this, I mean, it's I mean, just being able to hang out with the kids and my wife and things like that, it just you definitely take a different perspective on things. And I mean, with the transplant, I mean, it's a big transplant, and I mean, the first, I don't know, I think the first 4 or 5 days, I was telling my wife, I don't even know if I should have done that. Like, it was just like this. It's obviously painful and things like that, but I mean, you look back for 5-6 days of having some issues and just the pain and things like that. I mean, it's definitely worth it. And I mean, we look back and you kind of laugh at it now, but I mean, it does. You just have a different perspective and just step back and just see that, you know what, all these things running around and doing all this stuff all the time, you kind of you take for granted that I mean, that you can do that stuff now, and that family is important, and friends and things like that. I mean, it can be gone and so quickly, and it's just you learn to appreciate that stuff for sure.
Well, Trevor, I appreciate this so much. I appreciate the time. I'll say good luck. Good luck just getting through this, but congratulations on Coach of the Year. I would say Moose Jaw and those players are so lucky to have you. And stay safe, man. Hope to see you on the ice this fall.
Yeah, you bet. Appreciate it.
Trevor Weisgerber, AAA midget coach of the Warriors, Coach of the Year. Vibank kid, don't you know? He's one of those Weisgerbers. I didn't realize it till I looked it up.
What a great story, but I'm with you. A lot of Weisgerbers, Weisblats, Weisburgers. Yeah. There's a lot of them, but there's some Weisgerbers from the Foam Lake area that I kind of grew up with too. So, no, great story. Great story. Glad to see him having success now.
So of all our guests, and they've been great, and give Clark the kudos for that. You'll be voting on the rock star of the day, and I don't think it'll be an easy choice. Farhan Lalji, G. Roy Simon, Armani Brooks, and Trevor Weisgerber. For Rockstar Supply Chain Solutions, they give you the rock star of the day. They're Saskatchewan's only full-service supply chain company. Strategic sourcing, PO creation, and order expediting, VMI and vending solutions, and free delivery are just a few of the supply chain solutions we provide. If your company needs it, Rockstar Supply Chain Solutions can get it for you. Price, quality, service. Rockstar Supply Chain Solutions is helping Saskatchewan companies buy better. We'll be back with Overtime in a moment. We'll talk about the rock star of the day. We'll talk about the poll question. I'm not quite yet done on the CFL story yet, so hang on. We'll be right back. It's the Rod Pedersen Show, Facebook Live, Game Plus TV Network, and listen live at rodpedersen.com.
Building a deeper connection with our fans by putting them in the show. It's a new era of sports talk. The Rod Pedersen Show airs from 10 to noon, Monday to Friday on Facebook Live. Join the conversation today and tune in. Online, on your phone, at home, at work. Follow us on Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter. And subscribe on YouTube for all the content you want to watch. Don't wait. Do it right now.